Hello, Nia. Thank you so much for joining me for this session of Get to Know Your Cooper McElvaney Fellow. Nia is from Little Elm, Texas. She is double majoring in human rights and international studies with minors in economics, public policy and international affairs, and Arabic. At SMU, Nia conducts research for Voices of SMU, an innovative project that honors stories of SMU alumni of color through oral history. She is also a student worker at the SMU Human Rights. Nia interned at the Dallas Champions Academy, serving in the CHAMP program, a mentorship program that mobilizes young adults to serve underserved youth with college and faith-based resources. Nia is committed to using her human rights education to promote educational opportunities and equity in her community. Well, thank you again for joining me today.
It's so good to be here. Thank you so much, Tyler.
So the first question today is, could you briefly introduce your Cooper McElvaney social justice project to us?
Yes, absolutely. Happy to do it. So CHAMP, as you mentioned a little bit in my bio, is a Christian mentorship program that connects college and young adult mentors with underserved Dallas high school students. During the school year, we hold bi-weekly sessions where mentees and volunteer mentors can share in fellowship, worship, Bible time, to encourage and deepen their relationships with Jesus Christ. CHAMP really arises from a philosophy that the people closest to the problem are the people best to solve it. And we create equity by equipping students from hard places to compete, thrive, and fulfill their callings. We do this by mobilizing Christian college students and young adults to come, who come from diverse backgrounds, to mentor youth from similar situations. And we encourage students to take agency over their lives by discipling them and encouraging them to pursue higher education or careers after high school that allow them to maximize their full potential. So that's a quick snapshot of CHAMP and what we do. I'm so excited that I got to bring this to the Cooper McElvaney Fellowship. It's something that I'm very passionate about.
Great, thank you. So what inspired you to do this project?
Yeah, I think mentorship has been a huge component in my life personally. And because of that, I have a passion for making sure that everyone kind of has that mentor support in their lives. I remember being an elementary and middle school student, kind of going through that childhood identity crisis in a sense, trying to figure out who I was, who I wanted to be. And I remember that there were some actually SMU college students who poured into my life and encouraged me, some really strong, intelligent Black female students who just went the extra mile to pour into me. And I remember the impact that that had and just what it felt like to be cared for and supported. And so when I got the opportunity to work with CHAMP, I was actually offered the position by my current mentor. And I immediately took it up because I was like, wow, this sounds like something that just lines up so much with the resources that have made me the person that I am today. And so I love to give back to the community in that way. I feel like so many people have great potential. So many kids, all kids have amazing potential, but sometimes don't have the resources, the equal resources to achieve those goals. And so I'm always thinking about, okay, how can we close that gap to make sure that everyone has the opportunity to reach their full potential and be the best version of themselves? How can we help other people achieve that?
Thank you. So I know you mentioned this a little bit earlier in the first question, but how do you see your faith connecting with this social justice project?
Yeah, in multiple ways. One, I feel like with CHAMP, it's all about empowerment. And I feel like our walk with Christ, and as a Christian myself, is all about us being empowered by God and Him equipping us to go out and empower others, to affirm other people and help them find their identity in Him, and help them fulfill their purpose in life. So I feel first and foremost that, empowerment is really the work of Christ and is a big part of what it means to be a follower of Him. But I think also discipleship as someone who follows like the Christian faith tradition, I know that discipleship is one of the commands that Christ gave us. And so through CHAMP, we seek to really do that, to not just tell students that there's this guy named Jesus and he loves you very much, but to actually walk with them through the process of being a follower of Christ, and of having a transformed lifestyle and reaching spiritual maturity. And so that's something that CHAMP is very intentional about doing. We actually have a discipleship group session for our students running right now over the summer, where we're talking about how to grow in spiritual maturity, how to see things God's way, how to put Christ and others first, and to reach personal freedom. And so all of that relates, in our view, to helping students really become the best version of themselves in the eyes of Christ.
Great. So where are you now with the project, and how do you expect the project to end?
Yes. So as I mentioned before, during the school year, we hold bi-monthly sessions with the students. And then during the summer, we have this virtual discipleship group. And it's also a time that allows me and our CHAMP co-director, Johanna Payne, to really focus on some of that really important administrative work, such as designing the curriculum for next school year, making sure that our mentors are trained and prepared to tackle the sessions come August. And then also, as I myself am a college student, I know that I might not be in Dallas my whole life. God might call me to grad school or something like that. And so something else I'm focusing on is, okay, how do I pass on the baton? How do I train another young adult to take over this role? And how can I equip them with the tools to do that? So a big task that me and Johanna Pang are working on right now is creating a really in-depth manual that the next co-directors of CHAMP can follow, that has the curriculum that talks about our culture, why do we do certain things, to kind of make sure that CHAMP continues even after we graduate. So really just trying to set up the program for success in the years to come. So that's what we're focusing on this summer, and we're really excited to see the fruits of that next school year.
Awesome. I can't wait until I get to see that as well. So when it comes to the Cooper McElvaney Fellowship Program, could you tell me your experience so far?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I've been so grateful for the opportunity to be a Cooper McElvaney Fellow for a variety of reasons. One is that it's given me more opportunities to connect with SMU's awesome chaplain's office. I'd been able to engage with it before, and I have just loved the experience. But the Cooper McElvaney Fellowship has given me an opportunity to connect even more with the faith community at SMU, to get closer to you, Tyler. You're awesome. I'm so grateful. And so that has been very, very cool. And then also the Cooper McElvaney Fellowship has provided us with readings and opportunities to really reflect on what it means to be a justice warrior for Jesus, I guess. And that's really challenged me in some of my beliefs and caused me to think deeper, and I've enjoyed that experience. Also, of course, the support that I've received from the fellowship with funding has been incredible. As a college student who is, trying to figure out how to pay for school next year, I was wondering, do I need to get a job? How will I divide my attention between work and doing my passion, what I feel like the Lord has called me to do, which is CHAMP. And because of the Cooper McElvaney, I didn't have to choose. I was able to work and do what I was passionate about, and still be equipped with the resources to attend school next semester.
Great. Well, Nia, those were all the questions I had for you today. I just want to thank you again for giving me your time, and also very excited to be working with you during this summer period as for the Cooper McElvaney Fellowship Program. Thank you so much, Nia.
Thank you. Thank you for your time.